So, SASAN HEIRATI, is it safe to say he's the most ignored, done wrong, royally screwed athletes currently competing by the judges and the federation and the powers that be? What's going on, guys? Christian Duke, Strength Addicts on all social media platforms, powered by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark with IML. Visit ironmaglabs.com today. He took second at FIBO, took second in Detroit, took second to Andrew Jack, even though he beat him in the prejudging. Try to wrap your head around that one. And he placed second, and very competitively second, to a surreal William the Conqueror Bonac at the 2025 Detroit Pro. So now he's announced that he's going to do 3 shows. He's going to be doing the Cali Pro. He's going to be doing the Spain show, which is the, what's the name of that show? Damn it, I'll remember it later. And then the Dubai show, the Empro Classic with the Spain show. Everybody calls it the Spain show. So Sasa's doing the Cali Pro, the Empro / Spain show, and then he's doing the Dubai. And this is what you call an individual that's been very close on 2 opportunities. Somebody that in the old point system would probably already have a qualification as a result of 2 second places, and maybe would do 1 more show, but would more or less be guaranteed a spot through points. Points are gone. He's also somebody that, while he's gaining a fan base, I wouldn't say he's like a legend, a superstar, a major influencer. So the chances of him getting a special invite, which again didn't happen last year, thankfully, slim. So I like the idea that he's announcing 3 more shows. I could see him winning the Spain show, actually, but the Dubai show, that's not going to be an easy win. You look at the prize money. I don't even know who's doing Dubai. $100,000 last year, guys. $100,000. I mean, I would not do a show that pays out $100,000 because, this would be his 3rd attempt at qualifying for the Olympia. I would not go into a show like that. Now, the Cali Pro, the Cali Pro, it's very bad for you to hold that in. May or may not draw out a who's who, because you got Venice Beach is a rock throw from there. Vegas is a couple hours on a plane. Then you get the Pacific Northwest as well, like Emerald Coast Country. There's a lot of good talent there. There's the potential of Western Canadian people coming. There's a chance of, obviously, of Mexican nationals coming to compete in California that are pros. So it could be a runaway train. It could be a runaway train. So I don't know. So to me, the Spain show looks to be the show where, and if I had been SAS, I would have just announced the Spain show. Because, I feel like strategically that would have been the show to go into. Although I don't know who won the Spain show last year. I think it was William Bonac. So, if William goes back to the Emperor to defend his title, I don't know that SAS can beat. I really think that SAS had Andrew Jack beat. Just in case there's any confusion about that, I do not think that he had William Bonac beat in Detroit. William Bonac he might as well be a Mr. Olympia. He's a Mr. Olympia runner-up, a 2-time Empro Classic champion. William Bonac is just a monster. So no, I don't think SAS could hold a candle to William Bonac, and that's no disrespect to SAS, but William Bonac is one bad dude. Now Andrew Jack, I love Andrew Jack's shape. I love the physique that he's trying to present. It's kind of like an even more aesthetic version of Samson Dauda without giving up much size. And I think he really knows how to come in condition, like suffer, as proverbially is the concept that people don't. That's why I used to love interviewing Vinny Galante, because Vinny Galante is from that old school, that old sort of Rich Gaspari school, where you don't really have a horrible peak week, but you just kind of coast in, you're making adjustments. And but in any event, I feel like Andrew knows how to suffer, can suffer, really takes the condition seriously, and just really brings a great game. But the thing is, Sas is also a conditioned freak. He has a good shape to his physique as well. I wouldn't say that he is as aesthetic as Andrew or Samson, but he is not a refrigerator either. And I love how, I just feel like I feel like Sas outconditioned Andrew, and I think that the muscle bellies are there, the proportions are there, the flow is there. I think that I agree with him beating him in the prejudging, and I think they both look really good in the final. So I don't know like exactly how Andrew somehow got on top. But the thing is that FIBO is a major show. A major show. Am I saying that politics could have been a culprit here? I don't know. What do you think? So again, I think that, announcing 3 shows is going to, not be very nice to him for his body, because that would say if he does all 3 of these shows, and assuming that he qualifies in Spain, which is what I hope, he will have done 5 shows. 5 shows is a lot of shows. And then what, he's going to turn around and do the Olympia? I don't know. Like, that's the other thing too. I think it's great to qualify for the big dance, but if you're in no kind of shape to do it, should you do it? I don't know. There have been people that have gotten on the Olympia stage and not looked very good. So the question then becomes, should they have never done the Olympia, or, spare themselves their legacy kind of thing, or do you get on no matter what? That's kind of, and a lot of guys, they only make it up there once. Bob Ciccarello, legendary men's Masters World whatever champion, he only was at the Olympia one time, I think. The fact that you get to the Olympia even one time is huge. But the thing is, if the one and only time you're there, you look like trash, I think it's arguable whether or not it's even worth it. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. I just think that we'll see what happens. And I'm not suggesting that Sas would look like trash because he did 5 shows. I'm just saying, the body is the body. It's not a machine. You could say it's a machine all you want for your DVDs, but it is most certainly not a machine. So if you've prepped for 5 shows, I feel like you're not going to come at your best at the Olympia. I just don't think, unless you have, and again, I would have to look at the dates, but if he has like a good solid 4 to 5 months before the Olympia, then I would say he would be okay. But, I think a guy like Sas is just going to keep competing and keep competing and keep competing. And what if he doesn't get qualified after these next 3 shows? Then what? Will he have to do 3 more after that? I just think that, and then you start to ask, and it could be political, but it may also not be political, because, I don't, like I said, he's not big enough in my estimation. I don't think he's pissed off anybody. I don't think he's been around long enough to do so, and I don't think maybe he's going to do it either. Not everybody pisses people off, but I can't imagine that there's like a vendetta from judges to screw over Sas Heirati. You know what I mean? I just think that, he's just coming in a little short. And look who he's competing against. But I do believe he beat Andrew Jack in the prejudge. He did. It's not a belief, it's a fact. I think that he could have beat him at FIBO. But I don't know why he didn't. But I don't like the idea of announcing, 3 shows at a time. I think that that's going to just wreak all sorts of havoc on your physique. And I don't care if you're young. Just because you're young does not mean you're indestructible. There's plenty of young bodybuilders I could cite to that actually died. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be like that person. But, if you're young, yes, you can probably take more abuse. But it's going to catch up to you, is what I'm saying. And I don't know that Sas is necessarily all that young. I don't think he's younger than 30, but maybe he is. I don't know. He kind of looks like the Iron Sheik to me a little bit. And that guy was old as fuck. But anyways, yes. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning. Whenever you see this, it's going to look like it's dark because I've got a black background. But as they say, once you go black, you never go back.